This is Pastor Kathleen Lowry of Stordal Lutheran Church, Zumbrota, Minnesota, and this is my children's message for the second Sunday of Easter. And it's from the book, The First Easter, that I started reading on Easter. That same day, that day of Easter, two of Jesus' friends went walking home to Emmaus. They did not know that Jesus was alive. "There's no reason to stay in Jerusalem now that Jesus is dead," they said. "We're going home." As they walked down the road, another man caught up with them. He did not seem to know what had been happening, so they told him about Jesus' death. To their surprise, the man began to explain to them why Jesus had to die. "Come in and have some supper," they said to him when they had reached home. At the supper table, the visitor took the bread, thanked God for it, and began to share it around. Then, at last, they knew who he was. It had been Jesus all the time. But as soon as they recognized him, he disappeared. "We must go back to Jerusalem at once and tell the others," they said. Although it was nighttime, they hurried back to Jerusalem. When the two friends arrived, they heard what had happened when the women went to the cave. "We didn't believe them," said Simon, Peter, and John. "But when we went to the garden, we found that it was true. Jesus really is alive." While the disciples were talking together, Jesus himself came into the room. They all gasped and backed away. "It's all right," Jesus said. "I'm not a ghost, and I would like something to eat." The disciples watched him eat some supper. It was wonderful to see Jesus again. But one disciple was missing. Thomas had not been there to see Jesus. When they all told him that Jesus was alive, Thomas said, "I will not believe it until I see him with my own eyes and touch the place where the nails went." The very next Sunday, they were all together, and Thomas was with them. Jesus came again. "Here I am, Thomas," he said quietly. "Reach out and touch me. Now you will believe that I really am alive?" "I do believe," said Thomas. "You are my Lord and my God." I miss you all, and I invite you to draw a picture of the story I read. Goodbye.